Hello everyone. Today I thought I would take a look at the HBO animated series Spicy City. Now this was originally by Ralph Bakshi. If you know anything about animation, you might remember him from Cool World. Those were his creations. Now this was originally aired on HBO. It's from quite a long time ago and I've actually never seen it. This is definitely something that would be up my alley. I like animation. This was for adults strictly. So this was before all these kinds of adult cartoons that we see nowadays. This was in a league of its own, sort of. And it really didn't last long, unfortunately. It only aired a couple episodes. I don't know if there's any more than that. Don't think it's ever been on DVD. I know nothing about it other than that it was pretty adult. I was away at college when this was airing and I did not have cable at the time. I kind of liked and didn't like Cool World. I'm a huge fan of Roger Rabbit, so I thought it would be something similar. Cool World was much more adult, and I know there were a lot of problems with productions. I know Ralph Bakshi wanted something very, very different. Originally, they wanted Drew Barrymore to star as Holly Wood. It was supposed to be darker and grittier, and I think with the animation, I think that confuses audience. Back then it did, because it seemed like, well, it's cartoons, so it's got to be for kids. So they really tried to tone it down. They didn't think they would get an adult audience. Nowadays, it's different. Now there's all sorts of things that are animated for adults. So let's take a look at Spicy City, Episode 1. Love is a Download. Starts off very old school Playboy channel with the lip, the kissing, and everything. Spicy City. I like the logo. Written by Preston Bakshi. There must be a relation. It has some Cool World vibes to it already.
I know. You can't believe it. Saturday night and little old me without a date. He's been dreaming of me.
So this is Raven. She's apparently the host. And she's very, very much Jessica Rabbit. I mean, she's almost a copy. She's wearing all black instead. But I can see Jessica Rabbit had to be a huge inspiration for this character.
Sometimes the best girls are left out in the cold. Beauty can be so intimidating to a man. But don't worry about me. I'll find someone.
Very Jessica Rabbit.
For some, love might best be found in a place that lies far from the beating hearts of the real world.
Oh my gosh, they're like predicting like internet chat rooms and avatars way back in the 90s. That's pretty crazy. So this is obviously the guy and his avatar. We don't know who the woman is, though. They're in love.
Want to get a private room?
You have a strong capacity for love.
You can sense that.
They just met as well.
I feel it. Love can travel through the wires if you have enough bandwidth.
That's how internet love is.
I've never heard such kind words before. In the real world, you'd never see my heart beneath the image of my body.
I hear you.
Did it make them sick or something?
Recommended exposure to VR is no more than 5 hours.
Oh, here we go. We're gonna find out who she is. Oh, she is not. There's. She's not clothed. Well, she is, but you see everything.
I thought we were having fun at the party.
You were having fun. I was miserable.
So you ditch me to spend the whole night in the cyber world?
At least they don't treat me like shit.
What? You got some cyber sweetheart? Or what, you just buzzing off with any avatar that comes along? Nobody walks out on Jake!
This is an intense
But hey,
cartoon.
There's no reason to be upset.
This is
We can
not
still
what I
see
expected.
to it This evening isn't a total bust.
How cute. You want a little plastic girly doll to play with.
Oh, there, the headlights are on. It's just...
It's a shame a thing of beauty like this should go to waste. Only there was some way to get rid of the bitch inside.
Oh, there's
Get
language?
out of here, Jake. I don't think I ever want to see you again.
I mean, there's nudity and all sorts of things going on here. He's suspicious. He's suspicious of the computer.
Good night.
It's interesting, you know, that animation is a bit Saturday morning cartoon. So I could see why people would have been confused about this. It really plays like a Saturday morning cartoon, aside from, you know, the boobs and the violence. So they can be together if they do some sort of brain scan, which I'm sure is not safe. I'm sure this is an outfit. Oh, yeah, there's flying cars and everything. I wonder if this is the same universe as Cool World, like that same feel. Like that, I don't know. This sort of dystopian future kind of feel. Oh, he's meeting the guy.
You some kind of war hero?
The heroes all died. I'm just a survivor.
Oh, he's not going to know. He's going to want to get in the computer, not knowing that this is the guy who's flirting with his girlfriend.
You sure she's dead? You know the consequences of deleting an avatar when it's in use?
No. Do tell.
They say it fries the user's soul, renders it a blank slate, no more feeling than a lump of clay.
And he's never seen her. So he wouldn't know that that's her either, because he's only seen the avatar. And that floating boobs? What is that? The artwork is cool, though. I mean, there's some of the, like, in this virtual world, it still has a Saturday morning cartoon feel, but I like how this looks. It's a bit more stylized. That look like Baby Herman in the back.
What the hell did you do that for? I almost had her.
Her? You mean it, don't you?
Whatever.
Take your goddamn money, mister. I got no business with you.
You fat.
Expletives. I wasn't expecting F word in the cartoon. So now he knows who the woman is behind the avatar and that she's in danger. So now she saw the guy with this boyfriend and of course doesn't trust him.
Jake hired me to delete a rogue avatar. I had no idea it was you.
It's got sort of a Tron feel too.
How long have you been online?
I never logged off.
You gotta check out now.
Definitely has a 90s animation vibe. Again, like that 90s Saturday morning cartoon feel, you know, it was very different. It has a very specific feel to it.
NSA specs.
Oh, so now he's figured it out. Now they're all aware of each other.
Subject human is code blue.
Oh, she's bleeding? Like,
Alice.
they did good with the sort of video game feel of it. It's not quite what we would see of the internet, but back in the 90s, I guess. that was the future. That's what we thought it would maybe look like. Oh, she's all mashed up into a cube. Oh, that sounded like Pac-Man. I don't feel like there was much concept of what the internet would be like in the future. Like, I feel like this is pretty much what we thought it would be like just a big video game space or something like that. Like, little did we know. This is pretty serious. This is more serious than I thought this would be. Oh, they both got deleted. Oh, this is major. Jeez. It said brain scan complete. Oh, but they do something with the
Come here, baby.
bodies?
I got something for you. Oh, yeah. Just the way I
Oh
like
my god. Oh my god. It just disappeared into ash.
Shut! God damn it! Shut up!
So she's gone. She just became ash. Like, oh, but they survived.
It worked. It's okay. Our programs are running.
What happened?
Brain scan. A program I wrote years ago, but I never had the guts to use it until I met
So
you.
they're downloading their minds into the computer, which is, again, theory. Like, we're talking about that stuff now. Like, so it's interesting, even back in the 90s. Like, here it is in this cartoon. So here's this Raven again. I wonder if she's in any of the episodes or if she's just like the host of it. It's very like animated Tales from the Crypt, like that kind of feel.
Could it be a brave new world where people are judged solely by the beauty of their character?
So that was episode 1 of HBO's Spicy City from back in the 90s. Love is a Download. That was interesting. It was really different than what I didn't think it was going to be as intense or as serious. I didn't think there would be melons out there up in your face and everything. Like it was pretty pretty adult. Nowadays you can have a cartoon like this because there's adult cartoons all the time. But back in the day, I mean, there was this. I know a couple years earlier there was Fish Police, which I really liked. I know it was nothing like the comic. I might do a review of that. There were a lot of people who were fans of the comics who just hated Fish Police, but I was pretty young at the time, so I loved it. It was just a little bit of adult humor, not much. It's more entendre, you know, but I loved it. But then seeing the comic books years later, it's completely different. This is interesting. I feel like Cool World was supposed to be more like this, or envisioned to be more like this, you know, way more serious, way more adult, and it just they didn't take it in that direction. So it's interesting to see a couple years later they did do something like this with the creator of Cool World, Ralph Bakshi. There's only about 6 episodes, so I think I will definitely be watching another one because now I'm intrigued, and now I got to see if Raven is the main character at all in any of this. If the stories connect, or if one has to do with the other, it may just be individual episodes. But that was something. That was a pretty dirty cartoon. I'm really surprised. Anyway, thanks for joining me. You might want to check them out. I'll link below where I found them. You do have to sign in to be able to watch these because they are, you know, they are mature for mature audiences. So, all right, thanks very much, and I'll see you next time.